Hey guys, Parker here, and today we're going to be talking about this year's E3. Now, if you don't know what E3 is, which you should, it is a gaming expo where all the biggest gaming companies come together and announce their new games that they are making. Either that, or they either announce new games they're making, show trailers for games they already announced, or just give updates on games they already announced. And yeah, this year, Microsoft was there, Bethesda was there, there was also Ubisoft, Square Enix, and Nintendo. Sony was not there. They decided to skip out on E3, which apparently I guess they think they're too good since they're dominating the market with the PS4. They probably would have announced the PS5 anyway, so whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to talk about the biggest announcements at E3, what I thought about them. We're going to talk about the games I want to play now that E3 is out. And we're going to talk about the games I wish I could play. Because we're mostly Nintendo. Because there are some games on Nintendo that I don't have a Switch, so I can't play them. But there are some games I wish I could play if I had a Nintendo console. So yeah, we're going to talk about my thoughts and reactions. We're going to talk about the games I want to play, the games I wish I could play, and just my thoughts about this year's E3. So let's get to it. First, we're going to talk about biggest announcement from everybody from Microsoft that everyone's talking about is Keanu Reeves being in Cyberpunk 2077. The next big announcement from Microsoft was a new trailer for Halo Infinite, and they announced it would be a launch title for their next console. The console is being called Project Scarlet, which will come out holiday of 2020, and Halo Infinite will be a launch title. Microsoft announced an update for the new Gears of War game called Gears 5. A new Minecraft game was announced called Minecraft Dungeons. It's basically like Diablo, if you've ever heard of that game. An update was given for the new Star Wars game, Jedi Fallen Order from EA. A Blair Witch game was announced based off of the movies. I'm not sure which one, the remake or the original. An update was given for the new Borderlands game, Borderlands 3. A release date and a new trailer. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. So, the announcements I showed in the video were announcements that stood out to me. That's why I showed those announcements. Because those were announcements. I'm only showing announcements that, stood out to me. And maybe I'll mention some other announcements that were showed. I don't really know, though. But yeah, Microsoft's press conference was really cool. I'm excited for the Project Scarlet console that's releasing next year. And I'm definitely going to play Halo Infinite when that comes out. And Gears 5, I haven't played any games in the Gears of War series, but I really want to. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. And Minecraft Dungeons, I mean, who doesn't like Minecraft? I had to include it. I just had to, you know? And the Blair Witch game, I've never seen the Blair Witch Project movie. Heard it's really good. And the game sounds promising and stuff. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I haven't really played a Star Wars game besides Battlefront 2, but Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order looks really cool. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's move on to Bethesda's press conference. Well, highlights from it. An update was given for the sequel to Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, called Wolfenstein Youngblood. An update was also given to the new Doom game, Doom Eternal. I haven't played the first Doom game, but I really want to play sorry about the camera. So about Bethesda's press conference, I only included two things because they were the only things that stood out to me. And like I said, I'm only including things that stand out to me. Oh, I forgot to mention Borderlands 3 after I was talking about it last time, but haven't played the Borderlands games except for Borderlands the prequel, or the pre-sequel or whatever it's called, and I really want to play Borderlands 3. I also want to get the Handsome Collection that includes the Borderlands 2. Because I've heard that's good. Anyway, Bethesda's press conference. Wolfenstein Youngblood. I haven't played the Wolfenstein games before, except for the really old one called Wolfenstein 3D. I really want to play Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, and Wolfenstein the New Order. But Wolfenstein Youngblood looks good. It's a sequel to New Colossus, and yeah, it looks really good. And Doom Eternal. I really want to play the 2016 Doom. It's the sequel to the 2016 Doom. I also want to play the original Doom, like the really old one that's in you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, those were what I thought stood out at Bethesda. Another game that was announced is an Elder Scrolls game. You guys know what that game is. It's like an action RPG game. I'm not really an RPG guy myself, so I don't like RPG games a whole lot. Let me know if you guys do. Yeah, they announced a new Elder Scrolls game, and I've heard of it. I'm not really too into Elder Scrolls. Anyway, yeah, those were highlights from Bethesda's press conference. Now we're going to look at Ubisoft. A new Watch Dogs game was announced called Watch Dogs Legion. Now, I'm not sure if this is a Watch Dogs 3 or not. An update was given for the new Tom Clancy game, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. A new Tom Clancy game was announced called Rainbow Six Quarantine. I haven't played the Rainbow Six games, but I want to. So, yeah, that was what I thought stood out from the Ubisoft press conference. Let's start with Watch Dogs Legion. I'm not sure if it's a Watch Dogs 3 or not. I don't know, really. But I haven't played the Watch Dogs games. A lot of people say they're bad. I want to try them out, though. So that's why I put that there. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I heard about this game. It was announced a little bit before E3, and E3 just gave it an update. And the only Tom Clancy game I played is one of the Splinter Cell games, and I want to play more of them. Because I've heard good things. I've heard a lot of good things about the Tom Clancy games, especially Rainbow Six Siege. Speaking of Rainbow Six, like I said, they also announced a new Rainbow Six game called Rainbow Six Quarantine. Not really sure what it is, but hopefully it's good. Before Rainbow Six Siege, there was Rainbow Six Vegas, and then there was Siege, and now there's Quarantine. I really want to play Rainbow Six Siege because I hear good things about it. And I hear really good things about the Tom Clancy games, and I really want to play them. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to Square Enix. Now, there's only one thing that I think actually stood out from Square Enix's press conference, and it's pretty obvious, and if you don't know what it is, then I don't know why you're here. Anyway, so let's just get through that really quick, because it's pretty obvious what actually stood out. I'm talking about their Avengers game, which they released a trailer for, and it looks great, and I can't wait to play it. So yeah, like I said, that was pretty obvious. It was going to be the Avengers game. It looks really good, and I can't wait to play it. I heard that the campaign can be either single-player or multiplayer. I've heard theories that it could be potentially only online-based, though. I don't really care. I still want to play it really bad, though. I mean, they left out Hawkeye. They included all of the original Avengers, Hulk, Black Widow, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, but they left out Hawkeye. It's like they hate him or something. Anyway, yeah, the Avengers game looks cool. I've heard a theory that it takes place in the same universe as the PS4 Spider-Man game. But I think that theory can be debunked because the Avengers game, Spider-Man was a PS4 exclusive, and the Avengers game is not a PS4 exclusive, and it's going to be on Xbox One too. So I feel like that theory can be debunked, and that the only way it could take place in the same universe is if it was a PS4 exclusive. So that can be debunked. Anyway, we're going to move on to the last company that made their press conference, which was Nintendo. Now, I know not a lot of you are big Nintendo fans, but I am, and I don't have a Switch, so I'm going to talk about the games I wish I could play if I had a Switch that Nintendo announced at E3. Hi, so before we get into Nintendo, I just want to say not all these games are new games. Some of these are ports from other consoles that have already, come out, and I just want to play them. Not necessarily on the Switch. I'm just putting them on the list because I want to play them sometimes, so just know. The first game is Link's Awakening. This is a remake of an old Legends of Zelda game that was on the Game Boy. This game was already announced, but Nintendo gave us more information about this game, saying it had multiplayer and it looks good. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. This is a game I haven't played before, but I want to because it looks fun. This is a picture from the trailer for the sequel to Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It looks interesting. This is one of the ports I was talking about, Resident Evil 5 and 6. They're coming to the Switch, and I haven't played them before. No More Heroes 3. This is the threequel to a game on the Wii that I haven't played before, but I really want to. Contra Rogue Corps. This is a sequel to a game series that a lot of people thought was dead. Looks interesting. This is another port, Contra Anniversary Collection. It's all the old Contra games put on the Switch. Looks cool. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. This is a threequel to a game series that I haven't played, but really want to. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. This game is already on the Xbox and PS4, and it's coming to the Switch, and it has all the original games. It looks Alien cool. Isolation. This is also a port, and it's based off the Alien movies, and I've seen gameplay, and I really want to play Crossing New Horizons. This is a game series that I haven't played, but want to, because it looks interesting. This game is a port of an RPG game, and I'm not really an RPG guy, but I've heard good things about this game, so I want to play. It's over. So you saw all those games, and as you can see, Nintendo had the most games out of all the companies' press conferences that I wanted to play. That's because a lot of them sounded interesting, and a lot of them I haven't played before and wanted to try out, because I'm a diverse gamer, I guess. I want to try games that look cool to me. I don't just want to play them because everyone else plays them. I want to play them because they look cool. And I really like, one sec, I'm going to go get something. All right, there we go. So yeah, going through the Nintendo games, most of them I haven't played in their particular series before, but I really want to. Especially Resident Evil, because it's a series about, you know what it is, a zombie game where you get to kill zombies. I mean, sounds cool, you know? So, I want to play it. Anyway, that is so what did I think about E3? I thought it was actually really cool. The only press conference I actually watched was Nintendo's. It's called Nintendo Direct. They're pre-recorded and they're like 45 minutes, so they're not live, but I watched a Nintendo Direct live, and I watched all of it. I didn't get to watch Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, or Square Enix's press conferences because they were longer than Nintendo, but, you know, I heard about the games that were coming out, so I mentioned them. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you stuck to the end, because this is kind of a long video, and make sure to suggest other videos for me to do, and I will see you later.